वक्रतुंड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा।
ब्रह्मा विष्णु महेश विचित्र गणनाथ आज मृदंग बजा चढ़ायो अच्छा गजमुख को दोंदुल लाल विराजे सुत गौरी हर को छाती गुड़ लड्डू साई सुरवर महिमा कहे न जाए लागत हूँ पद कोई शरणागत आवे संतति संपत्ति सब ही भरपूर पावे ऐसे तुम महाराज मोहो अति भावे गोसावी नंदन ऋषि दिन गुण
Namaskar. We welcome you all to an inspiring and life-changing session of the Global Happiness Forum, the key to happiness and prosperity, organized by My Crack the Wellness Code Foundation, CWC India Chapter, in association with IIS deemed to be University, Jaipur. My Crack the Wellness Code Foundation is a community-owned and community-driven movement promoting an innovative wellness ecosystem led by doctors, health heroes, and others. IIS deemed to be University is among the pioneers as a leading women university of the country, promoting holistic education through various disciplines to help them be world-ready citizens. Today, throughout the different sessions, you will be introduced to valuable insights, practical exercises, and inspiring stories from experts and thought leaders in the field of happiness and well-being. Our goal is to empower you with the knowledge and tools to enhance your happiness while becoming agents of positive transformation in your families, institutions, and society. So, get ready to be inspired, learn, and contribute. Let's embark on this journey together at the Global Happiness Forum. Our keynote speaker, Mr. Luis Gallardo, is the founder and president of the World Happiness Foundation, the TEOH Lab, World Happiness Fest, and the World Happiness Academy, through which he is shaping the future of learning and being. Author of groundbreaking books such as Capitalism, The Exponentials of Happiness, and Brands and Rousers, Mr. Gallardo is renowned for his commitment to fostering positive psychology and its transformative impact on individuals and societies. His work has inspired countless people worldwide, advocating for a new paradigm that integrates happiness into our everyday lives and societal structures. A global thought leader driving innovation with a deep focus on stakeholder engagement, Mr. Gallardo has held key roles at Atlum Global Education and Deloitte. A highly sought-after speaker and educator, Mr. Gallardo teaches at institutions like IMD, IESC, ESADE, promoting holistic success, and has created the Gross Global Happiness Executive Program at the United Nations University for Peace. Sir, it is an honor to have you with us. May I request Health Hero and Senior Advisor, MyCWC India Chapter, Mr. K. Vikram Rastogi, and Registrar IS deemed to be University, Dr. Rakhi Gupta, to welcome and greet Mr. Luis Gallardo. With us a truly remarkable speaker who has dedicated his life to exploring the intersection of education, spirituality, and well-being. Professor Samdu Chetri, Dean of the Yoganand School of Spirituality and Happiness at Shulini University in Solon, India. Professor Chetri is a global advocate for integrating happiness and well-being into educational frameworks. He served as Joint Secretary to the Prime Minister of Bhutan and founded the Gross National Happiness Center. He contributes to mindfulness, happiness, and environmental issues and integrates GNH into education systems. An accomplished author and speaker, Professor Chetri has been recognized with the Buddha Peace Prize. His passion for blending the ancient wisdom of spirituality with modern educational practices is helping to create environments where students can thrive in all dimensions, academically, emotionally, and spiritually. Sir, we are indeed glad to have you with us. I request Managing Director, MyCWC India Chapter, Wing Commander V.K. Kala, and Advisor ISDM to be University, Professor K.S. Sharma, to present a token of our love and appreciation to Professor Samdu Chetri. It's a sheer delight and privilege to have with us Dr. Madan Kataria, founder of Laughter Yoga and a medical doctor from Mumbai, India, famously referred to as the Guru of Giggling by the London Times. Dr. Kataria initiated the Laughter Yoga Club's movement in 1995. His exploration into the benefits of laughter revealed to him numerous studies that highlighted the significant physiological and psychological advantages of laughter. Motivated by these findings, he sought to create a method to bring these benefits to his patients and the public. This led to the creation of Laughter Yoga, an innovative exercise routine combining group laughter exercises with yoga breathing techniques, enabling laughter without the need for jokes or humor. From its humble beginnings with just 5 participants in a Mumbai park in 1995, the movement has expanded to over 6,000 laughter yoga clubs in more than 60 countries. Thank you, sir, for joining us today. I request Program Curator and Coordinator, Global Happiness Forum, CWC India Chapter, Mr. Sharad Kamra, and Co-Convener and Director, School of Behavioral Sciences, IS deemed to be University, Dr. Himangani Rathore, to kindly welcome Dr. Madan Kataria. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. It's a sheer honor to have Swami Atmanandaji with us, a senior yoga and meditation instructor from the Art of Living Foundation, Bangalore. He has promoted yoga and meditation internationally on the International Day of Yoga by the Indian Embassy in the Netherlands and other countries as well. Swami Atmanandaji promotes Vedic wisdom by guiding people towards inner peace and joy with the practice of yoga and meditation through various leadership programs at universities and companies. May I request Strategy Advisor, my CWC India Chapter, Mr. Sanjay Runwal, and Head Department of History, IS deemed to be University, Professor Dr. Sharad Rathore, to kindly felicitate Swami Atmanandaji. privileged to have Sister B.K. Ushaji with us, an author, researcher, and a senior Raj Yoga meditation teacher from the Brahma Kumari's World Spiritual Organization in India. Sister Ushaji has devoted her life to spiritual teachings, and today she will be sharing profound insights from the Bhagavad Gita on how to cultivate lasting happiness. Her wisdom and experience will guide us in understanding how ancient teachings can bring peace, joy, and fulfillment into our modern lives. May I request Mr. Jitendra Gautam from my CWC India chapter and Head, Department of Psychology, IS deemed to be University, Dr. Megha Arya, to kindly felicitate Sister B.K. Ushaji. Thank you all. May I request Registrar IS deemed to be University, Jaipur, Dr. Rakhi Gupta, to kindly deliver the welcome address.
Namaskar. Honorable Chancellor, IS University, Dr. Ashok Gupta, who has joined online today with us. Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor T.N. Mathur, who has again joined online with us. Luis Gallardo, founder and president, World Happiness Foundation, USA. Dr. Talben Shahar, founder, Happiness Studies Academy, USA. Again, he has joined online with us. Professor Sandhu Shetri, Dean Yoganand School of Spirituality and Happiness, Shulini University, Solan, Haryana, India. We have Sister B.K. Usha, Senior Raja Yoga Meditation Teacher, Brahma Kumari, World Spiritual Organization. Swami Atmananji, Yoga and Meditation Instructor, The Art of Living Foundation, India. Dr. Madan Kataria, Laughter Yoga Guru from Nasik, India. We have with us the founder and chairperson of CWC, Naren Bakshiji, who has joined online again. Wing Commander V.K. Kala, Managing Director, my CWC India chapter. Shri V.K. Vikram Rastogiji, Health Hero and Senior Advisor, my CWC chapter. Invited guests, CWC members, colleagues, and dear students. Namaskar, welcome, and Khush Rahiye. Khush Rahiye meaning be happy. This is how we greet here, and this is how our elders always give us blessings. In Sanskrit, we have the beautiful phrase, Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina, may all beings be happy. In Tamil, we say, I might not pronounce it correctly, but I'll try, Magalchi Ungladun Irkutam, meaning, may happiness be with you. In Urdu, we say, Khushal Rahiye, stay prosperous. India is a land of diversity, be it languages, food or clothes, or geography. But in terms of wishing happiness and prosperity, these languages come together from Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina in Sanskrit to Khush Rahiye in Hindi and other languages. We are happy to have amongst us eminent line of speakers today who will share with us their insights on the connection between happiness and global well-being and laughter and happiness. On behalf of our Chancellor, Dr. Ashok Gupta, Vice Chancellor, Professor T.N. Mathur, CWC founder, Naren Bakshiji, and on behalf of ISU and CWC fraternity, I extend a warm welcome to all of you to this wonderful program on such a contemporary topic, Global Happiness, the Key to Prosperity and Well-Being, being organized by CWC and IISU jointly. So let's have a big round of applause. Let's not shy away from doing this. We also accord a warm welcome to the distinguished guests and dear students. How interesting it is that a country like Bhutan pioneers in valuing happiness as it measures the gross national happiness of its citizens rather than its gross domestic product, GDP. And we have with us today Professor Samdu Shetri from Bhutan, who will be sharing with us how Bhutan has come to this stage and what exactly we need to do in India. If we talk about India, from the ancient wisdom of the Vedas to the modern constitution of India, the pursuit of happiness has always been central to our nation's ethos. As the birthplace of yoga and meditation, we have long recognized the connection between inner well-being, happiness, and outer prosperity. Despite all this, India today is ranked at 126th out of 143 countries in the World Happiness Report 2024, published by Wellbeing Research Center, University of Oxford, UK. Why happiness is underscored in our country. This ranking on the World Happiness Index needs an understanding and presents a call to action. Technological revolution has transformed the society. The interpersonal relations have become weak. There were times when we had strong value systems with joint families as pillars of strength and cultural transmission. In contemporary society, the families are shrinking, and the notion of liberty and freedom is taking the form of DINK. For those who are not aware, the DINK's culture is double income, no kids, families. We need to realize that erosion of value systems will ultimately lead to unhappy individuals and society. Research shows that youth across the world report lower happiness levels than their elders. Why is it so? Is it lamenting in the past and worrying about future, which has become a habit? Young friends, you are the architects of tomorrow's world. Your energy, your creativity, and passion have the power to reshape our global narrative. As you pursue your dreams, remember that true prosperity comes not just from material success, but from creating a world where happiness and well-being are accessible to all. In the light of demographic dividend in favor of youth in India, we as teachers and elders have the responsibility to prepare our students, to prepare our children for meaningful personal and professional roles and to transform them into happy, holistic individuals. We at IIS University realize that happiness can be taught and learned. IIS University started its journey in 1995 as International College for Girls. Soon it became a model college of the state and an autonomous college. Based on the accomplishments, the Ministry of Education declared our university as a deemed university in 2009 on the recommendation of University Grants Commission, New Delhi. And today, it boasts of offering a diverse range of programs at the undergraduate, the postgraduate, and doctorate level. Our heritage of vision keeps us aligned with our mission statement and guides us towards achieving our goals. Our legacy of innovation ensures that we continue to build on a rich legacy fueled by innovation, driven by inspiration, and backed by synergy. In order to integrate happiness and well-being in educational settings, IIS University offers skill enhancement courses in positive psychology and yoga and stress management. Grounded in our roots and ancient wisdom, we have also started postgraduate course in yogic sciences. Additionally, we have Psychological Counseling Center, which helps the students to rewire their minds and become more mindful of present and become competent to face challenges. In pursuit of our quest to make happiness and wellness a movement for students, we have collaborated with Crack the Wellness Code Foundation, CWC Foundation, USA. It is the India chapter of US-based CWC. It is a wellness-based foundation dedicated to creating positive transformations in people's lives. This forum was conceptualized keeping in mind that happiness and wellness are intertwined and are need of the hour. In fact, CWC is doing a wonderful job in and around Jaipur. We have organized a number of events together in collaboration to improve the well-being of individuals, and we are thankful to them for their cooperation and support in this endeavor of the university. And we assure them that we will work together for achieving the target of making happiness and well-being as one of the sustainable development goals. We would like to acknowledge the guidance from our Chancellor, Dr. Ashok Gupta, and also for his unstinted support in taking this agenda forward. Shri Naren Bakshiji's contributions in the field of wellness are also acknowledged. He himself is a live example of that, and I'm sure he would be sharing his story today when he joins online. We appreciate the efforts of Shri Vidyakant Kalaji, Shri Rastogi ji, Shri Sharat Kamraji, and the entire team of CWC who have been instrumental in organizing enrichment activities, including today's event on such a contemporary and need-based topic. Today, we have with us students from different streams who I'm sure will be benefited by the deliberations during the day. We welcome them and are thankful to them for joining in on a Sunday especially, I would say, and that too a day before the big festival, Raksha Bandhan. The outcome of a venture of such scale and magnitude would hopefully give an additional flip to our ongoing quest to make this world a better place to live in. I also take this opportunity to thank all my colleagues from IIS University and CWC fraternity for their support and in organizing this event. I once again welcome all the experts and participants to this happiness forum and wish it all the best. I hope that you all would benefit from this coming together of experts in the field of positive psychology, spirituality, yoga, laughter, and health, and leave and savor these memories to last a lifetime. Thank you and welcome once again.
Thank you, ma'am. Now, we shall have the address by Chairman and Co-founder, My Crack the Wellness Code, Mr. Naren Bakshi, a visionary leader in the field of wellness, who has been instrumental in shaping initiatives that promote holistic well-being across the globe.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir, we can.
So, on behalf of CWC Global and CWC India, it is my privilege to welcome you all the speakers, all the guests, students, faculty. I'm calling you, as you can guess, from California. It is about 10:30 here, quite late, but I do plan to hear this deliberation because I'm very excited. I came to this country in 1966, long time ago. Since we are talking about East and West, I must tell you when I came here, hardly anybody knew what the yoga was, what the meditation was, what Ayurveda was, what naturopathy was. But I must also tell you, things have changed. Rakhi, you did a great job of describing our collaboration, and I've seen the two organizations work together extremely well because I spent 4 months in Jaipur, 8 months in the United States, and the goal of CWC is to promote happiness around the globe, which can only come through certain practices. I must also say, since Sister B.K. Usha ji is there, Usha ji, your center exists few miles away from us. I must also say to Atmanand ji, Swami ji, Art of Living has played a very, very important role Ravi Shankar ji has come here many times. So you can see what has happened in the last 60 years. In addition, Madan Kataria ji, you know it well that you are a celebrated person not in India but also United States, and we are working with you there. So starting point, the reason I am very, very happy is that such a global forum is taking place in my home city, Pink City of India. Why is it a special day? We are talking about now, very soon, in coming years, healthcare will be completely transformed because of blending of best practices, Eastern wisdom, and scientific discoveries to manage diseases, surgeries, and early diagnosis. So when we will be able to combine these things, things will change. Now let me tell you what I learned from my childhood. In Jaipur, almost everybody that I can think of, students, you who are from Jaipur would agree that we have always talked about Pehlo Sukh Nirogi Kaya, that there are three essentials for happiness. First always was Pehlo Sukh Nirogi Kaya, which really meant that you can never have happiness without healthy mind and body. My father used to tell me, my uncle used to tell me, mind comes first, body comes next. Mind controls the body. So we are always talking about mental and body health. How does that happen? All the practices that Rakhi you mentioned, others have mentioned, are Eastern in the sense we talk about yoga that includes spirituality. We talk about meditation, of course, spirituality is there. Ayurveda was there to give you support for diseases for a short period of time, but the focus was prevention. Eastern thing was why should we become ill? And if we become ill, let's get back by giving body a chance to heal itself. The second essential, which now we can use different words, was always to have a great family, friends, relationships. Because of that, emotional health is good, sense of belonging is there, you feel safety net. So all of that was second essential. The third essential for happiness, we used to say in Hindi, Tisro Sukh Ghar Mein Ho Maya. That was very also simple. We know that money cannot buy happiness, but on the other side, if you don't have enough resources to take care of your basic needs of you, your family, and even have something left over to give to others, you can never be very happy. So, friends, it's very simple. You cannot be happy without these three essentials. So, best thing that I see, by the way, next week we have our annual conference here, 6th annual meet of CWC Global. CWC Global is dedicated to provide similar services around the globe for our community. We are delighted that such a forum is taking place here. In summary, I must tell you, I'm very, very happy. I'm very thankful to IIS University and all of you who have joined hands today. But I must also take this opportunity to congratulate ahead of time the entire team of CWC, our Managing Director, Wing Commander Kala, Sharad, Jitendra, Ruma, Gargi, Umardeen, and everybody else that have worked very, very hard under the leadership for this convention with Dr. Rastogi. So thank you again. I wish you very best for all day. I really wish I was there with you in person, but I want to still hear you rest of the day. Thank you. Namaste, namaste, namaste.
Thank you, sir, for your words of motivation and inspiration. Please put your hands together and welcome Mr. Luis Gallardo, founder and president, World Happiness Foundation, USA, for the keynote address. Sir, I request you to kindly take the stage.
I stay here? Okay. Hello. Good morning. How are you feeling? Okay. Okay, something that I learned from my guru, Sandhu Chetri, who is sitting here, is that hugging is very important. So the first thing that we are gonna do here is please stand up, if you don't mind. And I want to learn if you know how to hug in Jaipur, because I'm coming from Miami, United States, and somebody told me that you don't know how to hug. So can you show me? Just choose somebody and give a hug. Okay? Show me. Let's see. Okay, okay. All right. Yeah, no, I don't see you hugging. I mean, show me. Can you really hug? Okay, don't get too excited, because actually, whomever told me that you don't know how to hug was right. Okay, the way I saw you hugging is you go this way and then you do this with your back. So this is the way I saw you hugging. Okay, how do we hug? So do we have, we have this organ in our body, it's called the heart. And the heart has an electromagnetic field of more than 2 meters. So what can separate us? Those 2 feet is actually the electromagnetic power of the heart. So when we hug, we have to put our hearts together. This is very important. And this is the first technique that we want to leave you today. So you can show your parents, your friends, and whomever, right? So how do we hug? We have to connect our hearts. So it means that we have to go to the left, and then we are going to put our chin on our friend's shoulder, right? And we are not going to do this. We are going to get closer. And then we are going to stay there for a few seconds. So following Sandhu's teachings is at least 20 seconds. We are going to breathe, and we are going to exhale, and we are going to connect our hearts together, okay? Thank you so much. So now please show me how you hug now. So change the hug from the heart, okay? That's different, okay. I like that much better. This is different. How do you feel? You feel different? Okay, so this is called heart-to-heart hug. HHH. Okay, a round of applause for all of you that now you are certified heart-to-heart huggers. Okay? Do I have a sticker for my slides or not? Can we see my slides? Okay, because, I'm going to show some slides, but before, this is the microphone? No, it's fine with this, no worry. We have some slides. Okay. So good morning again. I'm Luis Gallardo. And basically what I decided is to focus my life on bringing awareness and helping to reframe and reprogram our learning towards a world with freedom, consciousness, and happiness for all. So this is what I do in my life. Actually, you are all studying and deciding what you want to do in your life. So what I decided at some point is that, well, if I believe in something, I want to go as deep as I can into knowing about that thing, and then I want to practice it. So I am in a journey of practicing what I love. And what I love is love. So I love love. And because I love love, I discovered that love is the ultimate source of everything we do. And if that's the case, why don't we focus all the time on love? Because that's what we like. So can we be tired of love? I don't think so. But I want to discover. That's why I'm trying to practice it through different ways. One of the ways I discovered that was very important is happiness as a strategic asset. Okay, so can we change to the next slide? Because we are going to be talking about capitalism. So basically, these are some of the initiatives that I decided to launch in order to get happiness at the core strategic level of our societies. So when I discovered that happiness was the key, was when I was an international observer. You know, international observers from the United Nations go to conflicts when you have a war, and then you have to help bring democracy. So I was in 1995 in Bosnia-Herzegovina in Europe. There was a civil war, and there I was helping bringing democracy to the citizens. Basically, that's when we have elections, you have to vote. What I discovered in Bosnia-Herzegovina is that brothers and sisters kill each other because leadership start ingraining in the system the seed of hate and fear. So basically, it was be afraid because they are going to do something to us. And you know, they are so bad. So they say bad. They are really, really bad, and repeat how bad my neighbor was. And then the fear is, if you don't do something now, they are going to be killing us. So when they combine fear and hate, they created whole polarization of the society. And we see this every day. How leaders who want to achieve something separate people. They separate is you and me, we and us, separation. So that's the strategy in politics. You separate. I'm here, you are there. I'm good, you're bad. Simple. Hate, fear. So how can we do something against that? Well, the only way is to be more strategic, and the way is to unite. How do we unite? Well, we have to go to the root of what we learn from spirituality, of what we learn from the Bhagavad Gita, what we learn from all the wisdom, which is union. How do we get to union? And the first step is forgiving. So we have to forgive. That's the first one. And we learn that forgiveness is key. But you know there is an ultimate way to actually get to the light, and it's being in the light. And when we are in the light, we have to be into a state of bliss, into a state of joy, into a state of happiness. So the way I thought, okay, how can we bridge matter and spirit? What is the key driver for the whole world to unite us? And I discovered that is happiness. So happiness now, there is a science, there is so much going on with happiness, but it's really, for me, is strategic. That's why we elevated this to the agenda of countries. We learn from Bhutan, we learn from the inspiration of Sadhu Chetri, we learn from the inspiration of so many wisdom around the world, and now we created training at the United Nations University for Peace, we created festivals, we created forums. This forum is an inspiration of what we could do in Jaipur after today. So this has been my life. If you go to the next slide, you will see some of my books as well, and one of them is Capitalism. And then next, and then what is very important is the exponentials of happiness. If we decide to go for happiness, it becomes exponential. It's like a virus. You saw COVID, how it expanded so fast, the same with happiness. If we go for happiness, we get happiness. So, yes, this one. Fantastic. Okay, so this is the one slide that I want you to frame and get home, but then you destroy it. But you have to be aware. We are living today in what I call is a bunny world, B-A-N-I, bunny. Have you heard of VUCA? Because VUCA is most famous. But VUCA is volatile. VUCA is uncertainty, complexity, and ambiguity. But actually, we are now in a when you eat in the West, there are many people eating meat, and they say, I want it well done. So you cook it even more. We are getting into a world where we are heating up our issues. We are living in a world where brittle is becoming day to day. Brittle is fragile. Fragile means that things can break any moment. Life can be gone in every second. We are living in a fragile world. We are living in an anxious world. Anxiety has become part of our lives. We are becoming more and more anxious. Something very interesting for me when I come to India is the hawking. Everybody's hawk. I mean, it's all over. Okay, how is that? Well, from my point of view, that's anxiety, because you want to go faster. So you want to tell the other that you want to go faster. So you're pushing everybody. So it's all over. You want to go faster. That's the society we're living. We're a honking society. So this society, I mean, how much can you honk? How much and how loud and how much can you push somebody to go faster or to go out of your way? Well, this is anxiety. Please relax. Relax for a breathe. We have to breathe. We are living in a world that is becoming more and more anxious. Anxiety is becoming the issue for so many other issues. Because if we don't control our anxiety, then what we are creating around us is more anxiety. And at some point, some people is, okay, I give up. I don't want to live in this world. So actually, United States is going through a lot of issues, but one of them is depression, and is depression in teenagers, and especially girls. So I see many girls here. Something that is happening is that we are using comparison on social media to see ourselves and to compare ourselves all the time. And that's creating fake news and fake ideologies all the time. And that's creating the anxiety that I want to be faster, that I want to be better. Because we are living in an anxious world with a capitalist mindset. And this is actually my contribution to dialogue. How do we move from capitalism with C to capitalism with H? How can we change the framework of fragility, anxiety, non-linearity, and incomprehensibility of the world today? We talk about fragile, anxious, non-linear. Non-linear means that things are happening not because of an input or output. They are happening because of the interconnection of the system. So the system has many different elements interconnected. In order for you to be here today, you don't know why you're here. You have to reflect. There are so many elements that brought you here in this room. It's not linear. It's not, I have to go here, I go. No. There is a subconscious mind behind us that is giving us orders all the time, and we don't know why, but we do things. So we are living in a non-linear world, which makes it very incomprehensible. And incomprehensible is like we don't know what's happening, really. We know that things are happening, but we don't know how they are happening. So this is why I challenge you and invite you to become a capitalist. So what is capitalism? What is success in capitalism? In capitalism, success is more money, more fame, and more power. Think about that. More money, fame, power gives me success. The more money I have, more successful. The more fame I have, more successful. The more power I have, more successful. This is why we have anxiety, because we cannot be number one in everything we do, because there is only one number one. The rest are below one. Why is this bringing us so much stress? Because we have to accumulation of capital. This is something that is creating so much stress and so much anxiety and so much depression. So think about it. What I'm proposing is that we reframe. Reframe from defining success as fame, power, and money to defining success with 3 new elements. The first one is freedom. Feel it. Freedom. We are free. That will be the measure of success. And especially we are free from fear. We are free from fear. Fear is not the enemy any longer. I'm not afraid because love is the key driver of my life. So key to success is freedom. Key to success is consciousness. What is consciousness? Is to know what is happening, why it is happening, and what for it's happening. So when you are a capitalist, you will know why you are here in this room. Who knows, by the way, who is already a capitalist? Who knows why you are here? Anybody? Anybody knows why you came to this place? Can you think why you came? And you can say, I know why I came. Anybody? Raise your hand. One person. Okay, this is interesting. You came to this place and you don't know why. This is 99%. Exactly the same percentage of people in the world who live and don't know why. Okay, well, this is a lot for the morning, right? But wow. I mean, we are living and we don't know why we're living. That's why I suggest that we become capitalists. And the third element is happiness. Happiness to share. It's not to be happy, it's to be happiness. It's to move from a noun to a verb. When I am happiness, I embody. I embody. So be the peace that you want to see in the world. We know that. And Mahatma Gandhi, Aurobindo, you have amazing gurus here who are teaching us. Be the happiness that you want to see in the world. It's about being happiness. So that's success. Imagine that success was defined by being free from fear, by being conscious to know what, to know why, and to know what for, and to be happiness to share. Who wants to become a capitalist? Anybody? Yes? No. And now I see more hands. Yes, I like that. So this is capitalism. So welcome to capitalism. Capitalism is based on basically very easy fundamentals. One, positive psychology. Positive psychology is based on seeing the strength, seeing the character, seeing the opportunity, seeing the positive in things. There is always a yin and yang. There is always a balance of negative and positives. Let's see the positives. Our brain is wired for the negative because it's ego-driven, and our being is wired to survive. Because we are wired to survive, we are biased to understand the negative very quickly. We need to balance this, focusing on the positive as much as we can as well. And we have to train ourselves to see the positive as well as the negative. Then contemplation, mindfulness, meditation. Those become really important elements to build our fundamentals into capitalism. And then when we move to society, this is about interdependence. This is about having a global mindset, understanding that we are citizens of the planet, that nationalism is not always the best option if nationalism is not inclusive. We have to have a broad perspective that we are beings in a living planet, and we are part of the planet. Okay, so how do we become a capitalist when we know that 99% of you don't know why you're here? And we don't know why we are in the world. Okay, why does it happen? Because we are not using our subconscious mind. Because our subconscious mind is moving us. And what we have created are different tools for us to go deeper into the subconscious mind. So I want to finish with a game, okay? So we are going to be giving you one card that you can share among 8 people. 6, 8. And then we are going to see the card, and we are going to explore what the card is telling us, okay? So these are called meta pets, and these are cosmic animals that are going to be helping us to see our subconscious mind. So I'm going to need some help giving these cards. Yes? Yes. Yeah, we just asked to pick one. And then what I would love is that once you have the card, you are going to be discussing with your group. Basically, you can be 5, 6 people, one card every 5 people or 6. And then you are going to look at the card, and you have to discover what are the animals in that card. Each card is composed. Yes, one card is for every 5, 6, or 7 people, because we are a lot of people here in the room. What I would love is that you see the card, and then you look at it, and you look at the characteristics of the card. So you identify the animals. There are 3 animals, and there are 3 elements that define each of the animals. And I want you to look at it and reflect if you identify the animals and what the characteristics mean to you. All right, you are getting it? Yes? Nice. Sometimes it's very difficult to understand what's really going on in us, and we have to reframe the way we look at it. So these cards are going to be helping us to go deeper into 3 different characteristics that you can see in every card. So basically, you are going to see 3 elements. The first element, which is the red dot, is what we call the essence. It's a high vibration. So, for example, there is one, the one that I chose today to reflect on, is forgiveness. And forgiveness is the line number 1, is the red dot. When you go to the yellow dot, which is the third characteristic, we can see that is intolerance. So intolerance is a low vibration. It's when I feel down, I can move from forgiveness into intolerance. I don't forgive because I become intolerant. Then the second characteristic that you will say is the gift, is the key. How do I move from intolerance to forgiveness? I have to do something. And in this case, it's understanding. So I move from intolerance to forgiveness using the gift of understanding. So that's the system, that's how the card is working. So please now discuss with your group what you see in your card and how that applies to you in your life. So think what the card is telling you about what you are reading, okay? So you have 1 minute to discuss among us the meaning of this card and what this card is telling you, okay? Okay, how is it going? It's not easy, right? This process is called contemplation. Contemplation is using the active mind to see things. In meditation, normally we want to see thoughts coming in and out, we let them go. Here we stay with them. We stay with them and we contemplate and we try to understand what the card is telling me. Well, I have a good news for you, is that you can keep the card. And then something else is that there is a QR code in that card. When you scan the QR code, it's going to bring you to a 5 minutes meditation where you are going to be contemplating the card. And I would love to finish actually doing a collective contemplation. What I would love is that we now get in silence. Thank you. And we are going to contemplate forgiveness. I think I chose this card because we are living in a world today where we truly need to go deeper into forgiveness, moving from intolerance to forgiveness. And I would love to finish with the contemplation of forgiveness, the universal panacea. So we can play. Thank you.
Today, we will visit the metapet of a universal panacea. Today's mantra. On our path to forgiveness from intolerance, we use the gift of understanding. Let's meditate together. Relax your body by listening to the vibration of the music. Imagine that you enter the universe where the cosmic animals of your soul and your energy live. Observe the magical colors full of light that accompany each thing and each being in that place. Today, you will live an experience with 3 cosmic animals that will help you find yourself. Walking towards you is a loon, which represents forgiveness. A monkey, which represents understanding. And a grub, which represents intolerance. Watch how these 3 animals become one, creating a cosmic and fantastic animal. Play, dance, connect with their wisdom while you listen to the mantra of the day. On our path to forgiveness from intolerance, we use the gift of understanding. On our path to forgiveness from intolerance, we use the gift of understanding. On our path to forgiveness from intolerance, we use the gift of understanding. Stay there a few moments. Slowly return from that magical place. When you are ready, open your eyes. Welcome back to your fantastic and cosmic life.
Welcome back to your fantastic and cosmic life. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for teaching the heart-to-heart hug and so many happiness concepts, and how we can make love the core of everything and be a capitalist with the gifts of tolerance, understanding, and forgiveness. Thank you once again. Please note, at the end of today's event, Mr. Gallardo's imported book will be available, which may be bought at a subsidized price of Rs 500. And you can also get it signed by the author himself. The next scheduled session on integrating happiness in education system by Professor Samdu Chetri has been shifted for later on the request of Sister B.K. Usha ji, as she has to leave early due to other commitments. I now invite Sister B.K. Usha ji to kindly deliver her talk on lessons from Bhagavad Gita on happiness.
Om Shanti. Greetings of peace to all of you from Mount Abu, from the Brahma Kumaris. I welcome all of you to this wonderful session and one day seminar on this happiness forum. It is a great pleasure to be with you all here. And as I was listening to Brother Louis and the three things that he gave for capitalism, I was reminded of a beautiful story, and I'd like to begin with that story. That once there were three wise people. They were walking, and suddenly it started snowing. So, being winter time, they thought of taking some rest on a bus stop, which was covered. So they thought that till the snow stops, we can have rest here. So when they were sitting there, just opposite the bus stop, there was a house. And the lady of the house was just seeing whether the windows were closed. It was evening time, getting darker. So she started pulling down the curtains and seeing that the windows were closed. And suddenly, she saw these three people sitting at the bus stop. So she goes inside where all her family members were sitting, and she tells them there are three old people sitting at the bus stop, and it is snowing, winter time, we don't know when it is going to stop. So how can we help them? So the husband said, why don't you just call them and we can let them have rest in one of the rooms. We can put the heater on so they'll be warm. And next day morning they can go wherever they want to go. Just call them. So this lady comes out and signals the three old men, come in. Come here. All the three come, and then she tells them, why don't you come inside the house? We have a room, and you can rest. It is snowing. You can keep yourself warm. Tomorrow morning, you can go wherever you are going to. So the three old wise men said, only one of us can come inside your house. All the three cannot come. You can go and ask your family, whom would they like to invite? So this lady says, can you please introduce yourself? So the first one says, I'm health, because we have this CWC. So the first one says, I'm health. The second one says, I'm wealth. And the third one says, I'm love. You can ask your family members whom they would like to invite, because we'll bless them with that. So the lady goes inside, and all the family members are sitting in the house. So she says this wonderful thing that is told by the three men, that it is a wonder that only one can come inside. Whom would we like to invite? Would we like to invite health? Because they are going to bless us with that. So would we like to invite health? Would we like to invite wealth, prosperity, or love? So the parents, they said, look children, our health is deteriorating. Why don't you call in health? And if they bless us with complete health, would be okay. And we would be useful to you also in your daily routine work also. Just call health. So the man of the house said, I think we need prosperity, we need wealth. If we have wealth, we can take care of your health also. No problem. So they said to the lady, why don't you call in wealth, prosperity? If they are going to bless us with prosperity, it would be so good. So the parents said, no, bring health in. The sons say, no, bring wealth in. And the two children were playing there. So suddenly they got up and said, why don't we call in love? And there was a complete silence in the house. Because three opinions. Finally, they decided, whatever the children have said, let us call in love. So the lady goes out and says, whoever is love, please, you are welcome in our home. So when love was coming in, health followed, and wealth also followed. Where there is love, there is health, and wealth, prosperity also. So, very rightly, Brother Lewis said that, yes, we want to invite love. And that is why he made us hug, all of us hug, heart to heart, meeting. And in this way, definitely, I think the wellness code also for health is love. Wherever we love someone from the heart, definitely our health is also going to improve, no matter what. We won't be able to feel the physical ailments, but definitely we'll be able to handle ourselves in the most proper way. So I felt happiness wants to come in our lives. Let us give happiness a chance. It is not that happiness does not want to come in. Happiness wants to come in. But we don't give happiness a chance in our life because we have filled so many things in our life that happiness is standing, waiting to come in our life. What have we filled our lives with? We have filled our lives with stress, anxiety, and fear, ego. These are the three things that we have filled our lives with. Everyone is living a life of stress. And stress and happiness, they don't go together. So if I want happiness in my life, if I want to give happiness a chance, definitely stress has to leave. And how can I make stress go away? By understanding the stress in our lives, according to Bhagavad Gita teachings also, that today each and everybody's soul or the spiritual immunity has gone down. Just as the physical immunity, when the physical immunity comes down, what happens? Some or the other illness starts coming in. So we need to boost our physical immunity so that no virus can ever come inside. Similarly, if I enhance my spiritual immunity, if I charge myself spiritually, then definitely stress cannot be a part of my life, but I can allow happiness to come in my life. So this is how, instead of bringing stress in your life, bring happiness in your life. Give happiness a chance. Make your mind your best friend. As Bhagavad Gita says, make your mind your best friend. And the mind will enjoy in positive thinking, in contemplating, as he said. When we deeply go contemplate, go in, then we realize that our true nature, our swadharma, our eternal nature, transcendental nature is that of peace, love, happiness. This is my true identity. And this is what in Bhagavad Gita God said to Arjuna, "Hey Arjuna, realize your swadharma." When you are in your swadharma, fear can never come in your life. So be yourself. And everyone is in this journey of knowing thyself. So when we understand our true nature, our transcendental, eternal nature, that is love, peace, happiness, knowledge or wisdom, purity, this is my true being. And that is why we call ourselves as human beings. But in today's world, we have become more of human doings than human beings. We can't just be. Why can't we just be happy? Why can't we just be loveful? Why can't we be peaceful? As I said, because we have given that place to someone else. All the negativities have come in. Anger, anxiety, stress, fear, ego, so much. And when there is ego and happiness cannot go together. They don't rhyme with one another. So either it is ego that is going to stay there, or either it is happiness that is going to stay there. Humility that is going to stay there. When a person is humble, naturally there is happiness that is experienced. And the third thing, as I said, anxiety or fear. So ego, stress, when we remove them from our lives, increase our spiritual immunity, and when those spiritual values are realized in our life, we can enjoy our life to the fullest. As I said, we have occupied our life with so many things else. And for that, sometimes we need to understand the principles that are mentioned in Gita. Making your mind your best friend is what? How can we make the mind our best friends? When we are able to think positive, we are able to allow the natural way of thinking in our mind, when I'm able to think that, when I'm having benevolent feelings for everyone, good wishes for everyone, the more I allow those vibrations to radiate from myself, definitely I can be happy. It is not just be happy that we tell one another, but let us really be in that stage. Once I was talking to a doctor and he said that when a person goes for his cardiogram, heart, and we find that the waves are up and down in the ECG. So when the waves are going like this, they would say that, yes, your heart is functioning normal. Similarly, in life also, there are ups and downs in our lives. Happiness, sorrow, pain, pleasure, heat, cold, criticisms and everything. We can see that there is this graph that is going on. That means it is normal. If the graph is like this, the person is dead. So in our life also, if it is just stagnancy, there is no life. The graph cannot go like this. It has to be ups and downs. So in this variety, as Bhagavad Gita mentions that there is pleasure and pain, there is heat and cold, there is praise and defamation, there is pain and pleasure. So in all these ups and downs, if I'm able to maintain that inner stability, then I can enjoy life. Happiness can be my true self. I can be that. And this is what in Bhagavad Gita, God was speaking to Arjuna, that this is part and parcel of life. You have to understand. It is not a physical, violent war that he was motivated to fight. It is the inner war that is going on inside because of this various things that are coming in our lives, the ups and downs that are coming in our life. We constantly have to struggle. We have to fight. Each one of us is a warrior. Each one of us is fighting in life. Who says that I'm not fighting? Everyone is fighting. But apart from that, if I am able to understand the principles of Bhagavad Gita, then I can maintain that inner stability, and being in that stable stage, no matter whatever can come, but I'm able to handle everything in my life as I want to. Let us be the masters of our senses. We do not become subservient to the senses, because if we are going to become subservient to the senses, then they are going to take me away and they will play with my life and I won't be able to enjoy that life. But if I am the master, Raj Yoga says that be the master of your senses. When I am the master of my senses, then definitely I can overcome whatever comes in my life with, deal with everything as it is in the way it actually needs to be handled. So Bhagavad Gita actually teaches us, it is, I would say, manual of how to lead this life. It was not for those times. Actually, it is for these times, because everyone is in a battle. Whether it is the battle that is going inside the mind, we are fighting inside. Because there are so many things that we do not wish to have in life, but they are coming our way. So sometimes people are fighting here. Sometimes people are fighting outside in their relationships. Sometimes people are fighting in our families. Sometimes people are fighting with the society. Sometimes people are fighting with the problems. Sometimes people are fighting with the situations. Everyone is fighting. And therefore, Bhagavad Gita is the manual of, although there are so many pros and cons of life that are coming in where we have to fight, but still, if I am in my equilibrium, I can handle each and everything as I want to. So, Bhagavad Gita's teachings is the manual for happiness. If it is understood in that context, that it is not for those days, it was not the knowledge or wisdom imparted to Arjuna only, but I am Arjuna, the one who wants to inculcate. The literal meaning of Arjuna is the one who wants to inculcate, who wants to practice. And therefore, Bhagavad Gita was given to him, that knowledge, that wisdom was imparted to him. How can you lead your life amongst all these diversities, amongst all these negativities also, whatever problems, situations were coming? So Arjuna was just an example of what we are going through. But they showed it at a gross level, at a physical level. But actually, this is what we are all going through at a subtle level. And therefore, we have to fight. And we have to be victorious. But how can we be victorious? Because when we are victorious, there is happiness. If we are subservient, if we are losing every now and then, there is no happiness that's going to be experienced in our life. So I need to understand life. And beautifully, in the end, that brother made us contemplate with meditation practice. I think every day I need to remind myself, who am I? What is my eternal transcendental nature? Just as this physical body, human being, when we say humus is this physical body, the soil and the soul. The soil and the soul, these are two things. The soil has its own properties. This body is made up of the 5 elements of nature, and therefore the body demands the 5 elements of nature for its survival. That is the identity of the body. That is the reality of the body, the 5 elements of nature. We all need oxygen. If there is no oxygen, no other gas can ever replace it. That is the real identity of this body. We all need water because 60 to 70% of this body contains water. So as the water level comes down, I need water. It is demanding water. Similarly, what is the soul demanding? The soul is also demanding love, happiness, peace. Why? Why are we talking today on happiness? Because that is my real identity. We are all searching for that. Everyone wants peace. Why? Because that is my true identity. Let us be that. So we are beings. Let me be peaceful and see and experience that real happiness. Until and unless the mind is not peaceful, how can I ever experience happiness? So let me be that, my true transcendental nature, just as the body demands for the 5 elements of nature, the soul demands for 7 qualities, which is known as the Swadharma, my eternal transcendental nature. The first is wisdom. When a child is born, from that day it wants to learn, know. That is its quest. The child is crying, and you take a toy, make some noise. It will quieten to understand where is this noise coming from. The quest to know, to understand the world begins from that day. So knowledge is the first thing that we all want, which can guide us, which can give us the light to follow. Because until and unless the wisdom is not there, we cannot handle ourselves. So wisdom is the first thing that I require. The second thing we all require is purity. Because when a child is born so pure, that is the real identity. It does not have any animosity or any ill feelings towards anyone. It is so pure. Nirmal hai, Ganga ki tarah. That is the true identity. Each one of us, when we were born, we were so pure. That is why a child is compared to God. It is the form, the embodiment of God. That is the true self. When wisdom is there, because why do we need wisdom today? So that we can conquer ego. The greatest ignorance in human life is ego. That's why there is no wisdom flowing. Once we conquer ego, wisdom starts flowing. Second is purity. The third, when these two are there, if ego is there, impure feelings are there, there cannot be love. Where there is wisdom, understanding, where there is purity, there is love. No conditions, unconditional love. That is my true nature. Even a small child, when we start praising the child, you are so good, you are so nice, what would the child say? कोई बच्चे की महिमा करो, तू बहुत अच्छा है, बहुत अच्छा है. बच्चा क्या कहेगा? मतलब की बात करो. यही कहेगा ना? भाई, why are you praising me today so much? What is it that you want from me to be done? Speak that. Instead of showing this love, each one of us wants unconditional love. No conditions. That is my true identity. When the three are there, understanding, purity, and love, there is peace. And when four are there, there is happiness. Why are we not able to experience happiness in our lives today? Because there is no peace. So much of stress, negativity, so much of hatred, so much of impure feelings, and so much of ego. These four are not allowing that happiness to come inside. Therefore, God says, stabilize in your swadharma. Bhagavad Gita, 2nd chapter says, 31st stanza says, Swadharma mein sthit ho jao. This is your true transcendental nature. When the five are there, the highest achievement in life is ananda, bliss. That is the feeling that we all want to experience. Without happiness, peace, love, we cannot experience anand, the highest achievement in life. Why are the great souls, they have this in their mission statement of their lives. We want to achieve anand. We want to experience anand. Anand, that bliss can only be realized when these five ingredients are there. And then there is power, willpower, the soul power, the seventh quality. Therefore, we go to the temples, and what do we ask from the gods? Hey Prabhu, Shakti dena. Which is the power that we are asking for to fight with somebody? No. We want that willpower, the soul power. Because without that soul power, we are becoming helpless day by day. Just take a small gadget, mobile. People are subservient of that. And that is why we find in families people are distancing in relationships. Why? Because they are not able to control themselves. They are not able to put that gadget away from them. That is the power that we all are seeking for, the soul power. So these 7 qualities is the eternal transcendental nature, where I need to stabilize my mind. I need to be that. Then we are true human beings. Lastly, I would say that I went somewhere to a family's place, and outside there was a board which said Wi-Fi zone. So I said, there's no point in going to this family's house. Why? Because it's a Wi-Fi zone. Everybody will be on their mobiles. Nobody will be talking to one another. Why do we have to go there? And that sister said, please come in and see. And inside, the meaning of Wi-Fi was written, without internet, family interaction. Wi-Fi, without internet, family interact. And we saw, when we went there was so much happiness, because everybody, there was a box, they had to put their mobiles in the box. Nobody was allowed to take the mobiles with them. And they were chatting and talking and playing, and everybody was in so much of happiness. The whole house, all the family members, big family, and everybody was so happy because they did not have that gadget. Nobody was subservient of that gadget. Can we do that? People in the world, especially in Bharat, in this month of Shravan, people fast on Mondays, once a week, fasting on Mondays. Can we have a fast from gadget to experience true happiness? And that is why I feel India's happiness index, what sister mentioned, 126, because everybody is in their thing. Nobody has time for anyone. How can we be happy? How can we bring the happiness index up? There should be liveliness to experience that happiness. And for that, we need to be masters. These gadgets are very good servers, but very bad masters. So, if I can be a master upon it, I'll experience true happiness in my life. With these words, thank you so much for paying attention. Om Shanti.
Thank you, ma'am, for sharing such a profound thought on being happy, which is truly our innate nature. Now, we shall have the book launch ceremony. I invite all the dignitaries to kindly come up on the stage to launch the book, The Secrets of Happy, Healthy, Long Life by Mr. K. Vikram Rastogi. I request Mr. Sharad Kamra to join on stage. I request all our speakers to kindly join. Mr. Rastogi, a true health hero and senior advisor of My Crack the Wellness Code Foundation, India chapter, fulfills his commitment to helping people lead healthier, happier lives through this book, which offers valuable insights, practical guidance, and proven strategies for achieving long-term health and happiness.
So while the dignitaries gather, there is something very important for everyone to know about this book launch. The question is why Crack the Wellness Code has given this book a platform. If you go through the books are actually available over there. Also, it will be, after the session, you'll be able to get it signed by the author himself. So, and we are waiting for our author to be on the stage soon. So This book covers all the different secrets of happy, healthy, long life. What Crack the Wellness Code promotes is crack your own wellness. Find out what can give you wellness. Find out what can give you happiness. And so is the book. It says, opens up the entire knowledge to you in one single book and tells you, read it and identify what will work for you. So this is the most interesting part of the book. So as we wait for Rastogi sir, yeah, he's here. Yeah. Let's give a big round of applause. Welcome, Mr. Rastogi. We are proceeding with the souvenir launch also and would request the guests to stay on the stage, please. Gagi, can you please join in? You are the wonderful hand behind the souvenir team. Yeah, please join in. Yeah. Thanks a lot to all the dignitaries on the stage. You may please kindly keep this copy as a memory from us. And what should happen actually after something really good? For last couple of days, we've been actually enjoying laughter for every celebration. So, Dr. Kataria, how about having few laughters with you for this wonderful book launch and souvenir launch? Please welcome Dr. Kataria and Mrs. Kataria. Can we have the mics, please, here on the stage?
Namaskar. Happy people laugh more. Is it true? Yes. But why people are not laughing today? Because they are not happy. And one of the reasons people are not happy because we are looking for a reason to be happy. And there are not many reasons that makes us laugh. So just think about it. When you laugh, you change. And when you change, the world changes around you. So with my research on laughter yoga, we found out that laughter for the sake of laughing as a exercise can bring about physiological and psychological changes. And it changes the way you feel inside. When you feel good inside, the perception of the outer world changes. The way you see the world depends upon how you feel within. So I'm going to lead you through some laughter yoga exercises quickly, and you tell me later on how do you feel and how it can. Can you please all stand, everybody? So please welcome my co-founder of Laughter Yoga, Madhuri Kataria, who will be leading a few laughter exercises. चलिए अभी शुरू करते हैं. We'll start with clapping, finger to finger, palm to palm. Ho, ho, ha, ha, ha. 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 Yay! Say very good, very good. Very good. Very good. Yay. The simple way to be happy is to act like a happy person. So what we'll do is we'll just pretend to be happy and act like laughing. First laughter is greeting laughter, namaste laughter. Just look at your neighbor and just say So why we call laughter yoga? The yoga part of laughter yoga is combination of breathing and laughing exercises. Laughter itself is like a breathing exercise, so it increases your lung capacity, more oxygen flowing to your brain, makes your brain much smarter for the students. So let's do the second exercise, breathe and laugh. Take a long deep breath. Hold it, hold it, hold it, and laugh it out. Laugh a little bit longer this time. Hold it, hold it, hold it, and when we started the first laughter club, and we were about 80, 90 people laughing, somebody was passing by. He said, "Why you guys are laughing?" And the laughter club member said, so this is our next exercise. Turn to your neighbor and say, "I don't know why I'm laughing." See, why people are not happy today? Because we all have problems in life. So if you face your problems, welcome the problem, don't be afraid of problem, so it won't hurt you. So let us welcome problem, because problems will make you stronger. Let's do this exercise.
All the problems be invited. As many as.
So if you have more problems, let's collect the problems in your left hand. Ready? And put it in your left ear. Right hand, collect more problems. And put it in your right ear. So all the problems in your head. So let make a juice out of your problem. So and take a glass underneath your mouth and make a juice out of all your problems. अभी इस जूस को क्या करना है? प्रॉब्लम का जूस है. We'll mix it twice and third time we throw it away. See, most of the problems come when you're talking too much. So we learned one exercise from my wife Madhuri. Keep your mouth shut and be in silence. Okay, ready? Imagine there is a zipper on your mouth. And when you open the zipper, we laugh. When you close it, we stop. Okay, ready? And the last exercise. Life is serious. Death is serious. There is a lot of seriousness in this world. Friends, now the time has come. We should take laughter seriously. So put your hand like this and go up and laugh. Say very good, very good, very good, very good. Last 1 minute. Laughter for health, happiness, and world peace. That's our mission. There is no doubt when you laugh, exercises, more oxygen, immune system becomes stronger. Happiness is that when you laugh, it creates a lot of happy chemicals within yourself and it creates happiness within us. And world peace, when people are healthy, when people are happy, they can't create war. So first we bring happiness. So this 1 minute laughter from ISS University, from Crack the Wellness Code Happiness Forum, we send out the positive vibrations of 1 minute laughter for the world peace. So here we will, this is called gradient laughter. Slowly, gradually we'll start laughing and send out the vibrations to the entire world. Okay, ready? Start. 1, 2, 3. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for enriching us with bouts of laughter. Now, we request Swami Atmananda ji.
Thank you.
Now, we request Swami Atmananda ji, Senior Yoga and Meditation Instructor, the Arts of Living Foundation, to empower us with the power of meditation. So, please.
Hi everyone. Everybody's fresh now after the laughter. You know, one teacher talked about happiness for 1 hour. After 1 hour, all the students were unhappy. Hmm. You know, when Mahatma Buddha got enlightened, somebody asked, "What did you gain?" He said, "I got nothing, but I lost everything." Path of freedom, path of happiness is of losing what you are holding on to, something tight. Like, if I'll give you 10 compliments, oh, your smile is very nice, your eyes are beautiful, your hair are amazing, your personality is superb, only your nose is shabby. When you'll go in front of the mirror, what would you look? So the nature of mind is it holds the unpleasant experiences of the life. Hmm? So path of happiness on one level, I mean, there are different dimensions to understand, but letting go is one of the key. I'll give you another example. Like, it's very easy to hold this bottle. It's very easy. But if you have to hold this bottle for 1 hour, what will happen? Huh? Then your hands start aching. Correct? So we are holding on to so many things in our mind, tight. So letting go. The wisdom brings the ability to let go the things faster. There is nothing wrong to be sad sometimes. There is nothing wrong to be angry sometimes. But how fast you can come out of it, that is wisdom. Do you see what I'm saying? Are you agree with this? This whole world is nothing but our own reflection. Sometimes we say, because of you, I am frustrated. Because of you, I have sufferings in my life. I tell you, nobody is responsible for your sufferings. When once Gurudev was telling, when you blame others for your sufferings, for your misery, it's a one-way ticket to the hell. This is very beautiful. Listen it very carefully. When we blame others, any situation or person, anybody, then what happens? We keep the person or situation in our mind and we are sad. Correct? We suffer. I give you a key. Don't keep anybody, don't blame anybody. You want to cry, just cry for half an hour, 1 hour, but without keeping anybody or any situation in the mind that because of this I have sufferings. Then you cannot be free if you keep somebody. If you don't keep anybody and you are just crying, that is fine. After 15-20 minutes, you will be 100% out of that impression, that sadness. Isn't it beautiful what I'm talking? Are you all here? So, this whole world is our reflection. We think, I'll share one story. It's a very beautiful story. Listen it carefully. There was a person, he was in a small village. So there was a graveyard between his shop and the house. So every night when he used to come back, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, it was very dark. So he has to pass through the graveyard. So he used to shiver and sweating and Om Namah Shivaya, Hanuman Chalisa, everything. somebody is behind me. So every day, this is his common routine. So one day, one saint came to his village. So he went to the saint and just bowed down, dandavat pranam kiya. Please make me free from this. I cannot leave my shop. I have to be, how to be free from this ghost? So saint was happy. He gave him a locket, tabij de diya. Just tied it here on your left hand and you are free from the ghost. So he was very happy. And from the next day, there was no fear of ghosts. He was totally out of it. He used to come back home in the night. There was no fear. But now the fear is of losing the locket. In the night, he used to wake up, oh, locket is there or not. When he used to go for shower, oh, locket is there. The fear has shifted from ghost to the locket. Do you see what I'm saying? All our negative emotions are just shifting from one object to another, one person to another. We are not dealing with it, we are resisting it, we are fighting with it. So, 3 things. Awareness, 3A, awareness, acknowledgement, and acceptance. As I said before, if you want to cry, just cry. Don't keep anybody in the mind when you cry, okay, because of this I am crying. Are you here? Huh? Then you can come out of that tendencies of the mind. Because, see, when we talk about happiness, health, of course, is a very important factor. But now medical science says 98% diseases from fever to cancer, 98% are psychosomatic. We have to really do something. In this present scenario, the world, the biggest challenge for the world is the mental health, the stress, the tension. You know how many people are committing suicide every year, how many youths are. If you can, like my Gurudev often says, a strong body cannot handle a weak mind, but a strong mind handle even a weak body. You know, half of our life, we spend health to gain wealth. And then rest of the life, we spend the wealth to gain health again. Yes or no? Are you all here? Some research has done. A small child smiles 400 times a day without any reason. 400 times. A youth, a 25-year-old young person, smiles 17 times a day with the reason. 50-year-old person smiles rarely, and 75-year-old someone else smiles. Hey, why are you smiling? You ask people, are you happy? Yeah, I am happy. I'm not saying you just laugh all the time or smile all the time, but you just look at the child who goes to the school. The child thinks there is no joy in the school. Look at the people, the students who go to the college, so much of fun. They ride a bicycle, they can wear colorful clothes, they can go to the canteen. Once I'll go to the college, I'll be happy. Okay, that is done. Now the child is in the college. No happiness in college. Once my career is set, I have a good career, life is set, then I am happy. That is done. No. Once I'll have a good life partner, soul mate, then I'm happy. Done. No. Once I have a healthy baby, child, then I am happy. When a child goes to the school, then I am happy. When the child goes to the college, then I am happy. Are we not postponing our happiness? Huh? I am happy. Happiness is an attitude. If you want to stay happy, you are happy. If you don't want to stay happy, nobody can make you happy. Yes or no? See, there are people in the world, they are very wealthy. They have so much money, they are happy. But at the same time, so many wealthy people in the world, they are unhappy. So many people are physically healthy, they are happy. So many people physically healthy are unhappy. So many people are married, they are happy, and so many people are married and you know better. Hmm? The secret is, we want something in our life. Okay, once I'll get this, then my life is fulfilled. I'm happy. The secret of this, the moment you achieve that thing, you postpone your happiness to something else. It loses its value. Yes or no? Oh, once I'll get this mobile phone, it is amazing. How many days you are happy once you get it? 2 days, 5 days, 10 days, then you postpone it to something else. So, understand the nature of the mind. As I said before, I'm repeating it because this line, I like it very much. Happiness is an attitude. You must have seen people, they have nothing, they are happy. Gurudev Sri Sri Ravi Shankar ji gave 5 sutras, 5 principles to apply in the life, which helps you to save your mind for unhappiness. It can save you from sufferings. I again repeat, suffering doesn't mean you should not be sad or angry. No, sometimes it's okay. Don't judge yourself by all these emotions. But how long you are carrying it in your mind, the upper chamber, that is the problem. So first sutra he gave, the life is full of opposites. If I would ask, okay, are you enjoying being here? Of course, my talk you are enjoying, but are you enjoying being on the chair in this air-conditioned hall? You would say, no, it's comfortable. If you go out and do some hard work and come in the air-conditioned hall, what you would say? I'm enjoying. So on one level, it is relative term. You enjoy something because of some tough time, because of some challenges, because of some hard work. Like on the weekend, you just wait for the weekend. Okay, Sunday, then COVID time, everybody was in the home. Every day was Sunday. Were you enjoying? No, you wanted to go out. Yes or no? So, life needs all the flavors. All the flavors. If you have all the time pleasant situations, comfortable situation, I'll tell you, you will be most depressed person in the world. Life needs all the flavors. I'm not saying you should have sufferings, but understand the principle. The second principle is, there are lot of diversity in the world, different opinion, different type of people, behavior, actions. Respect the diversity, accept the people. Don't try to change them. If someone has some weakness, help them. Someone does something wrong, okay, educate or punish, whatever, that is different. But acceptance is very important. Sometimes I cannot accept this person, that somebody's behavior, action, attitude, in middle of the night, you are thinking about the person and getting disturbed. Oh, why that person has behaved like that or this. What that person is doing? Sleeping. उसको पता भी नहीं है कि आप उसको याद कर करके परेशान हो रहे हो. Let let the people behave as they want. Don't change everybody. Don't try to change everybody. Non-acceptance brings stress. Non-acceptance brings stress. The third point is, people have different opinions. You are doing such a good work, still there are people who can criticize you, who may criticize you. And sometimes people are doing some bad things, still there are people who are in favor of them. Correct? So, don't, वो कहते हैं ना, सबसे बड़ा रोग क्या कहेंगे लोग? What others are thinking about me? I tell you, this is another biggest problem to handle our mind. We go away from our calmness, centeredness, happiness, because we are always worrying and stressed. What other person think about me? See, nobody has time to think about you. Everybody is busy in their own world, and after a few years, everybody will go under the mud or in the Ganga. The fourth point, he said, people do mistakes. Forgive them. If you can't forgive people's mistakes, then you cannot be free from anger. And your mind will stay in the past. You know? The mistakes, anger, and the past are all connected. And if you can't forgive yourself, you cannot be free from guilty. Oh, I have done some mistake 5 years back. I cannot forgive myself. Okay, don't forgive. Stay with this state of mind for next 20 years, 30 years, 50 years, 1 lifetime, 2 lifetime. One day you have to forgive yourself and to others. Forgive now. Otherwise, either you become victim or you become culprit. Correct? And the fifth point, he says, this moment, this present moment is inevitable. Be in this moment. Keeping the mind, of course, learn from the past, but keeping the mind in the past brings anger, regret, sadness. And the mind in the future brings more insecurity, anxiety, worries. So be here, present moment. So, life is a combination of both. As our some friend says, the happiness index of India is 126, and this, I think, these are not a right, I don't know what parameters they use, but when you are so passionate, passion brings stress. It's a very normal tendency. Passion brings stress. And the people who are so relaxed, they become lazy. Correct? So, yoga brings union, which unites, where you are passionate, at the same time you are relaxed. We need all three things: passion, dispassion, and compassion. Passion when you work, but when you relax, dispassion, let go everything. But when you communicate, come with compassion. This is required. So, be happy. Share, one saint said, a little curve on your lips can make your life straight. थोड़ा सा होठों को टेढ़ा कर लो, जिंदगी सीधी हो जाती है. So, look at the life in a broader perspective. Do we have time? Am I talking too much? No, how much time I have talked? 20? Then I'll conduct meditation. Huh? Shall I start meditation? Okay. So we'll conduct a meditation, small meditation. I know you are bored by listening so much. I would just add one thing before we start meditation. Take this commitment. Come what may, I will not lose my happiness at any cost. I will not lose my centeredness at any cost. Let people behave as they want. Why I have to change everybody? हाँ? जमीन पे बहुत सारी कांटे ही कांटे पड़े हो, कितने साफ करोगे? चप्पल पहन लो, काम खत्म हो गया. You know, in Japan, one saint went to Japan. So he was at the airport. So group of people were standing. There was a 15, 20 people were standing. So out of curiosity, he went there to see what is happening. Two people were arguing with each other. So the saint told other people, why don't you stop them? They are arguing. So this group of people, they said, here we have this culture, the one who will lose his calmness, centeredness, become impulsive, will lose the argument and will leave. So if you are successful, but at the cost of, your happiness, your centeredness, your calmness, that successful is nothing. Stay happy, calm and centered, and do whatever you want. Achieve all the things you want in your life, but not at the cost of your peace of mind. In Bhagavad Gita, Sri Krishna said, the speakers, when they get the mic, they don't stop. Nasti buddhira yuktasya nacha yuktasya bhavana nacha bhavayata shanti ashantasya kuta sukham. So the one who is not focused cannot have pure good emotions. Without pure emotions, you cannot be peaceful, and without peace, you cannot attain happiness. This is Lord Krishna said in Bhagavad Gita. Now start meditation. So today in the meditation, how many have not experienced meditation at all in their life? Everybody do meditation? We'll do a small meditation on Panch Kosha. We have 5 bodies. The Annamaya Kosha, the body. The Pranamaya Kosha, the prana, the life force energy. Manomaya Kosha, the mind, thoughts. Vijnanamaya Kosha, the emotions. And the Anandamaya Kosha is the bliss. So in meditation, you don't have to do anything. Just sit with the eyes closed. You might feel sleepy also, that is also fine. Just follow the instructions in a light manner. If you have a lot of thoughts during meditation, don't fight with the mind. It's okay, let it be. Got it? Okay. So sit comfortably. Make sure your mobiles are on silent. And sit with the eyes closed. Sit with the eyes closed. Take a deep breath in. And breathe out. Breathe in again. Hold the breath. And breathe out from your mouth. Ah. Breathe in again. Hold the breath. Relax your shoulders, your arms. Incoming breath energizes the body. Outgoing breath relaxes the body. Breathe in again. Slowly breathe out through your nostril and relax your whole body, your shoulders, your arms. Your body is still, immobile. शरीर को स्थिर रखें, बिल्कुल ना हिलाएं, एक मूर्ति की तरह बैठ जाएं। Listen all the sounds, noises around you. And be with them. Accept all the noises. Air condition noise, or people are walking, traffic noise. Just be with them. Accept them all. Breathe in again and breathe out. Become aware of your body. Your body is a beautiful gift from God, from nature. Honor and respect your body. You are grateful for this body. Become aware of your breath. Breath is moving in and out of your nostril, keeping you alive. We are grateful for this breath. Feel as if you are breathing in and out from each and every cell of your body. जैसे शरीर के कण कण से आप सांस ले रहे हैं, छोड़ रहे हैं. Breathe in again and breathe out. Become aware of your thoughts. Whether good thoughts or bad thoughts, let them be. Do not resist any thought. सभी विचारों को स्वीकार कर लें. Now become aware of your feelings, emotions. Whether pleasant or unpleasant. You are one with your feelings, emotions. Breathe in again and breathe out. Let go all the efforts. Let go and relax. You are love. You are peace. You are joy. Let go all the efforts. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Breathe in again and exhale. Become aware of your body. Become aware of your surroundings. Take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, slowly, gradually, you may open the eyes. धीरे धीरे आंखें खोल सकते हैं. Was it good? Did you feel the time? It was some 14 minutes. Feeling fresh? Huh? Much more clear. Vision is clear. So I would just like to add one thing, that meditation and some breathing techniques can help you to handle your mind. You know, the more you have control over your mind, you can be free from the tendencies of the mind. This is the nature of the mind. So your emotions and breath are interlinked. Haven't you experienced whenever you are angry, your breath is faster, or you are afraid, it is shaky. When you are dull, your exhalation is longer. Have you seen small children when they cry, how they cry? The breaks in the between the breaths. So emotions, your state of mind and your breath is interlinked. Now, what is happening because of the state of mind? The rhythm of the breath gets changed. Through different breathing techniques and meditation, we can change the state of mind. These are very beautiful things. So that's it. Thank you so much. Stay happy and take this commitment. I'll just stay happy and calm. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable wisdom about the nature of mind and guiding us on the path to happiness through meditation. Thank you. Let us now invite Professor Samdu Chetri, Dean, Yoganand School of Spirituality and Happiness, Shulini University, Solin, India, for a session on integrating happiness in the education system. Sir, please.
Hi there. Good afternoon. It's already afternoon. I'm the last speaker. I don't want to take a lot of time. I would throw the choices to you. Would you like to sing a song, few affirmations, or would you really like to hear on the topic that she just announced? Choice is yours. But before I begin, maybe let's sing a happiness song so that we are all happy, okay? All you need to do is repeat with me. Is that all right? All right. So this song I sang in Miami in 2016, World Happiness Summit, which Louis had organized. And an elderly lady from the back row stood up and said, "What a funny song you sang." But 2 months later, she wrote me a letter that she sings now these songs for her grandchildren. So this song is for the mind. It goes like this. Happiness is here and now. Repeat. I have dropped my worries. Nowhere to go, nothing to do. And I'm not in a hurry. Happiness is here and now. I have dropped my worries. Somewhere to go, something to do. But I'm not in a hurry. Thank you so much. Should I end it now? All right. Before I begin my topic, I would like to take in record a few things. I'm grateful to Professor Rastogi. Because of him, I'm here, and also CWC that they have invited me. Thank you, Renita, for making me come here. It was her who forced me, sir, to come to this forum. But we are already on the journey. I just want to take a stock about what is happening in the world. So I just wrote a few points here. Crack has already begun its journey. And it's not just local here. It's global, as I understand. We also have these are happiness brought through different forums, different styles, different ways, because happiness is multidisciplinary. It can't just land in one way or other. Just by being meditative, you can't be happy, because you also have the external factors that you need to take into consideration. So Jaipur Rugs, Mr. Nanda Kishore Chaudhary, we were yesterday there, and we understood he's a social entrepreneur who has brought happiness at the lowest rung of the society, who are unhappy actually. We have, of course, ISSU. Thank you for inviting me to this forum. We have also Digambar Jain Charity Trust. We have, of course, Brahma Kumaris, very much. Sri Sri Art of Living, which is global. We have World Happiness Foundation. We also have Reiki Happiness Foundation that is now prevalent in 50 universities globally. One of the missions, of the 4 missions of Shulini University, is also to be happy. So I'm been invited there to create a center similar to what we created at IIT Kharagpur. From there on, we had taken the journey. So what I will try and do is, before I begin my weaving the concept of gross national happiness into how we can bring or incorporate this concept in education, I would just like to talk about World Happiness Report, because it has been mentioned 2 times already. You see, India is at 126 of 143 countries. Okay, 126 of 143 countries. Pakistan is 108 of the same number of countries, 143. Nepal is 93 of 143, and Sri Lanka is 128, little lower than India. Now, just to tell you, this is there's a few 6 measuring yardstick to it. One is the GDP per capita. How much do we make GDP per capita? To give you an example, in India, if BJP government says that we have risen our GDP by 7%, what does that include? India has a selling of 15,000 crore of alcohol every month. And that's added to the growth of GDP. But what happens in the social factor? It's not considered. The fight between wife and husband, the death because of this, the sickness out of this is added to the growth. So GDP is totally a funked economic paradigm. Standing trees have no value for GDP. The moment they're cut, converted into timber, they become very, very valuable. If there would be a strike here in Jaipur and a lot of government properties are destroyed, to rebuild that, the GDP increases. You have more accident, GDP increases. So that was the concept when we realized that what it comes as a GDP is not necessarily what brings wellness and happiness for people, and that's where government of Bhutan decided on this concept of gross national happiness. We were fortunate that we made 193 countries accept this in 2012, and I don't know how many of you know that 20th March, 20 March, every year is considered as International Day of Happiness. So this is an effort that Bhutan did. We wanted to bring to the world. By the way, we do have now concepts of better life in EU. We have wellness in England. We have GPI, Genuine Progress Index in America. So likewise, people have realized that we need to bring happiness as a standalone goal in our development paradigm. So this is a new journey that is taking shape, that's taking place, and we are blessed by the UN General Secretary to embody happiness wherever it is possible. So coming to, can we have my slide as a backdrop? So coming to the 9 domains of happiness, I just want to show you the 9 domains of happiness, and I'll try to weave how can education be brought into each of these domains. I hope, is it there? It's coming? All right. So the first is the psychological well-being. The first domain is psychological well-being. It has negative, positive emotions, and it has spirituality and also satisfaction to life. Now, how can we embody this in the education system? Positive and negative. And we all understood from Swamiji that you cannot always be happy. You know, you need to know happiness, you need to be sad sometimes, right? It's always, your journey of life doesn't become linear. It has to be up and down, like Sister Usha talked about the ECG's waves. How can we bring psychological well-being in schools? I think it is very, very important if we also try to look into the history of what has been done by Harvard, by Yale, by Stanford universities. We realize that when you are happy, when you meditate, that's through meditation and mindfulness, when you get into this mode, you are calm, and that's required very much for the students. You become more concentrative, you are much more focused in your life. Not only that, it has much more dimension to it. The amygdala, which is called the reptilian brain, also reduces. And that is the part of the brain that brings you fear, anxiety, worry, hatred, dislike, all these kind of things. When that is reduced, it also leaves you, right? The other parts of the body that enlighten or produce more neurons and more fires more is your precortex and your hippocampus. And that the talk between the two, actually, when it is missed, we get into trauma. So it's a long story. Let me not get into this, but I just want to tell you the importance of how can we try and take control of our minds. There was a study done by Boston, the Mind and Life Institute. An elderly lady came saying she had a tumor to the 20 scientists working in Mind and Life Institute. And then they consulted among themselves and said to the lady, you come later, we'll give you an answer how we can cure your tumor. She had to otherwise go for an operation. So they consulted and prescribed her a pill every 3 times a day, and those after the pill, what she needs to do. Sit down, look at her visualize her the scanned tumor and meditate on it, thinking that is reduced, is gone. In 3 months, that tumor had no trace whatsoever in our brains. And when the doctors thought that this was not really very logical or rather ethical, so they told her that you cured yourself through this mindfulness practice we gave you. The pills that we subscribed were just sugar pills. So look at the power of the mind that I'm talking about. We can create the world we want through our mind. And that can only be done through meditation and mindfulness. What do we do in Bhutan? We make, in the class, we make every student, before a teacher begins to teach, we let them meditate for 1 minute to 3 minutes. And I think this is something that we can try and embody in children here as well. It's not a big thing to do, right? There's little practices that can become a part of it. Also, the language we speak makes a big difference. The affirmations we need to give. Maybe we should sing another song for this affirmation, okay? So you need to create affirmations so that you become. According to the scientific research, if you take an affirmation, like love has been a talk of today, this morning, let's take love as our affirmation. If we practice every day 45 minutes of the same thought in our mind over 21 days, I promise you, you look what you practice. If you want to be happy, calm, just say, rehearse yourself. You fake to make, somebody told that, right? It's researched. Australian university do a lot of research on this. You can fake yourself to be a leader and you can make yourself to be a leader. In the same way, how you want to look yourself when you constantly reflect in your mind, I'm calm, I'm happy, I'm calm, I'm happy. Over a period of time, you start to look calm and happy. So there's no magic to it. All great gurus who look serene have practiced this through this practice only. Nothing more than that. So let's sing this song on love. This is an affirmation. This is how you can create. As teachers and students, you can learn creating affirmations for yourself, your children, your others. So it goes like, it's on a very famous song actually. We shall overcome, okay? That's the thing. So we change that term. I shall spread love, I shall spread love, I shall spread love here and now. Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe I shall spread love every day. Now see, these are kind of songs that you can rehearse in your mind constantly and create your own affirmations. Then you will be able to spread love in a much higher way. Love I call is foundation. For me, love is an abbreviation. Live on values every day. LOVE. This foundation has 4 pillars, which I call also abbreviate as RICH. R-I-C-H, rich. Dhani hona, right? R stands for relationship, which I should have been talking at the community vitality, but I'll just mention it now. Harvard has done 75-year-long longitudinal study on relationship. They picked up Boston boys of 16 years of age, around 16 years, back in 95 years ago. And every year they followed these boys with a survey question. After 30 years, their wives started to ask, what do you do for Boston, for the university, Harvard? We'll also join. So they also joined in the journey, and they continued this journey until, of course, all of them have died, 75 years. What came out of this is that for happiness, whether you are a young person, a mid-age, or an old age, all you need is deep and meaningful relationship. And that is breaking here and everywhere in the world. How can we imbibe that back? How can we make that a part of our journey in the school system? So there are a lot of ways that can be done. These children are mainly cities children. I know in places like Kolkata, Delhi, you ask a child, where do you get the milk from? They'll say, oh, booth X. Where does it come from? Booth X. They don't know that there's a cow that gives milk. Why can't we employ these children at least once a year for a week to take them out into the rural areas and let them work and live like them, so that they will be appreciative about the conditions of our own country. They will also be able to see how economically they function, how do they live. All this becomes a part and parcel of our lives and living. You know, there has been a huge amount of research on dying people. They ask, what is your regret? And 5 things I would tell of this regret. Number 1 is, I wish I had not worked so hard in my life. That's the first regret they say. Why? Second regret that comes is, the answer of this, why, is I wish I had spent more time with my loved ones. The third regret is, I wish I had not postponed this for tomorrow. I should have done it today. The fourth one is, I wish I would have said sorry to that person. And the fifth one is, I wish I would have forgiven myself and the person. So if we know already how we are going to regret at the end of life, why can't we bring this knowledge to the children? You know, as teachers, there was a review in America for a 12th class high school student, and the review was based on, do you teach environment to the children? And the answers of the teacher was, well, this is not in the syllabus. Others said, well, children are too young to know about it. And they said, the other thing they talked about was, well, we don't know. That's why we don't teach. Are you bored back there? All right. So you see, this domain of psychology is by the Australians, by the Canadians. They also use our metrics now, but they put psychological well-being as a central outcome of the rest of the domains that we have. Okay? So what can you do let me just make it shorter because of time. The second domain that we talk about is health. Health we have heard. Now we know CWC has also brought levels of book, learnings in health. Let me tell you, how many of you are totally, taking dairy products? Can you raise your hands? Some of you. How many are you on meat? Raise your hands. None? Wow, that's great. Do you know that there has been a research with 85 million samples in China, over 67 countries, millions of research done on what does dairy and meat do to human body. And you'll be shocked and surprised to hear this, that it is cancerous and diabetic. Both of things come from these products. So even dairy products are very bad for our health and living. All right, as long as you are 30, maybe it's okay. Beyond 30, you have to be more careful. There's a train that goes from Bhatinda to Bikaner for treatment of cancer. That train is totally filled with people from Punjab with cancer. Why do you think they have so much of cancer? You can go back to the history of agriculture, and then also, Punjabis are very fond of dairy and meat. So all these happen, right? I can give you a lot of examples, but health is so important. How many of you sleep 8 hours? Raise your hands. Wow, that's quite a number. Beautiful, great. It's so important. If you sleep less than that, what is happening? When new cells grow, the tips of the telomere begin to reduce. Okay? And you age faster and you also live shorter. So sleep is very important. All right, other times you have no time, you're in the movement of your examination, but at least make 6 hours of your sleep, minimum. Okay? Sleep is very. How many of you do 30 minutes of sweating exercise? Not many, but quite a good number. Very important also, because it helps you. One of the, which I also called dose of happiness. dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, and endorphin. You get a lot of good endorphin when you have good exercises. In fact, when you meditate, what happens is you have the entire dose of happiness just through meditation. Okay? So it's so essential in health that you listen to your body. Create a clock, biological clock, a circadian clock that is befitting the environment we live in. Okay? It's very important. So wake up at a certain time, go back to bed at a certain time. The best time to sleep in summers is by 9 o'clock and get up by 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock. In winters, 10 to 3, something like this. Okay? If you make this, what happens is your inner body ailments actually begin to function properly because they have timing, from 11 to 2, the work of kidney begins. And then it stops. Imagine this way that you went to bed at 2 o'clock in the morning. That's why even if you sleep 10 hours, you get up very lazy, non-functional. It's because of your pattern. You're not listening to the circadian clock, your biological clock that is set by the nature, and you're not following the nature. Okay, that's the problem. All right? So, in health domain, what can we do for students, for schools? I know that book gives beautiful lines of what can be done, what can't be done. So try and follow that. You will try to become greater human beings. Time use is a very important factor. What you need to do as students or teachers you should build in children is that try to manage your 8 hours. 8 hours for study, only study 8 hours. Not at a go, but over the time you're awake, 16 hours that you're awake. 30 minutes of sweating exercise. All right? At least 15 minutes of meditation. You can just do 3 things actually to be happy. One is never compare yourself with anybody. That's the biggest enemy of happiness. The second is become altruistic. Give, share, become compassionate. The third one is fake to make. What the term came up is just think about happy thoughts. You'll always be happy. All right? So remember, time use is very, very essential, and for that you need to be disciplined. How do you create that discipline? Come Sunday, you might say, yaar, aaj to chutti ka din hai, 5 minutes और सो जाते हैं. No, push yourself out of the mattress. Then only you will be able to create your discipline. So listen to uplifting music at least 20 minutes every day. 20 minutes if you don't have time, read inspirational books. Very important for happiness. So these are things that can be embodied in day-to-day life by everybody. In fact, let me tell you a mantra which Guru Swamiji said, let it go. It's a beautiful mantra. What do you do in the morning when you get up? Make your children do this. Get up in the morning, push yourself at the back rest, bedpost, and begin to think about how did your yesterday go. If that yesterday came today, what is one thing that you're going to change? Then put a resolve. Today I'll not be angry through the day. Or today I'll be smiling all through the day. Put a resolve. Okay? And then what you do is think about today. How are you programmed today? You might meet somebody that you don't like to meet. How are you going to respond to that meeting? Prepare yourself. When you're planned, half the job is done. That's what we say, right? And then, even if you don't have time, sit for 3 minutes. Make a multiple of 3 minutes into meditation. All you do is listen to your breathing. Okay? Put your right hand on your heart, left hand on your navel, and feel the movement of your breath in and out. Just that much. 3 minutes. And be with the breath. Breathe in, feel the breath coming in, feel your heart pound, your stomach rise. Breathe out, feel the settling down, the easing of your stomach, the reduction of your chest. That's all you need to do. Continue doing that, and it's not a big thing that you can embody and practice. A lot of things can be talked on this also. Education is more about values. what are the values that we carry? You know, what is our passion actually? What does our heart talk about? You know, so values is killing a good thing. Of course, all will say no. Is lying a good thing? All will say no. But we also must learn to value each other's differences. I'll give you an example. When I was a young boy, there was an Islam family I was connected with, the only one Islam family, who also later left in Bhutan. And the boy, whenever I went, whenever they did their prayer, they would turn to the west and bow down. And Hindus criticize, because I'm a Hindu myself, practicing Buddhism. So criticize, oh, these guys bow to the west to pray, we bow to the east. Nobody tried to find the difference. And fortunately, I was in England for my postdoc in 1991. And my friends from Malaysia, the Islam countries, Friday they would go to the mosque for praying. And one day I said, and we would be on chutti, holiday that day, because there's nothing to do. Most of them were Islam guys. So one day I went with them, and I was shocked. From London, England, Manchester, they were going down to the south. Then I got the courage to ask them, my friend go to the west in Bhutan, and you guys are going to the south. Are you different? And he said, no. Bhutan is in the east of Makkah. England is on the north of Makkah. So we go down to Makkah. And then suddenly the idea came, does it mean that if they are in America, would they be turning to east? They said, yes. So unless we clarify the difference, we'll always begin to criticize each other and never learn about the differences. I wish I had a picture to show to you. All of you would have different perception to a picture. Why does this perception come? Is basically not knowing the truth, not knowing the absolute reality. We call this right hand, this left hand. Where is the reference point that we call this right hand? Oh, it was common conscience. We all said, let's call this right and the other one left. Shoot ourselves from the earth to the atmosphere, above the atmosphere. The reality is night and day here. There's no night and day there. There's no east and west and north and south there. Heavenly bodies become your guiding factors. So what is real, what is true? This should be the question that children must all ask when they are getting educated. Then only they will find their values. So we should not, we should try and give them an opportunity to question themselves, to find what is real and what is true. Unless these things you can embody yourself, you'll never be able to find what is right from wrong. So, education is so important. How we use the language becomes another thing. I'll give you another example. When I was just in standard 4, there was a mathematical problem that said, you have 10 apples, 3 are stolen. How many are left with you? Look at the word stolen used. So subtly, I wish, thank God I didn't become a thief. But imagine this way, if the language was, you have 10 apples, you shared away 3. How many are left with you and what would you like to do with them? You see, you're creating a lot of values in a child. One is you're creating a value of sharing. The other one, you're creating a value of imagination. And the child might think, oh, okay, 7 apples are left. 3, I love my mother, I'll take it to her. 2, I'll share with my friends. Or I'll give it to my father, although he shouts at me. But I love him, you see. And the rest of 2, I'll share with my friends. Something like this. So language also has a big meaning in the education system that we need to consider. Cultural diversity, I know that in all Indian schools and universities it happens because there are multicultural people who come, you share values, you have together some programs, some events happening, sharing things together makes a difference. How much minute? Over? 5 minutes, okay. I'll try and conclude in 5 minutes. Good governance. I think Mahatma Gandhi talked about Swaraj, accountability, a participation, decision making. This can be also brought in the schools, in the universities. You can have parliamentary group. You can have election systems. This can be already a part of the education system very well. And how do you govern yourself? That is the question. And that can also be taught. When you make students, people, react to their own fundamental rights, if they know what it means, they are going to grow out of it. All right? So, basically, when we talk about service, what are we meaning? We talk about gross national happiness. Where does it really sit on? Some of this is service. What is service for us? It is to serve the nature, serve others, and live in harmony with all beings. So the service, you can try and design students going out and serving, going to a house for a day, cooking, cleaning together, eating, all these kind of things can be worked in a education system. Community vitality, we have family, we have trust, and this is something that is also breaking. How can we bring this trust together? How can we create a community that's full of vitality? And that can only be done through getting together in an occasion like this and sharing our values with one another. And this can also be taught very well. Ecological diversity and resilience, well, this is very, very important. I wish I had more time to tell you that we talked about 5 elements of planet Earth, that our body, I think it was Sister Usha who talked about, and I can prove you that you are all Bhagwan. Do you believe that you are all Bhagwan? Yes. You are all Bhagwan, because Bha stands for Bhumi. 12% of your body form is from the food. And on an average, every human being have 37.2 trillion cells that's built from food. 37.2 trillion cells. Gagan has a, but Gagan, 5 senses are associated. Nose is not a sense, eye is not a sense, they are all cells, right? But there's Agni. Imagine every cell has equivalent to 1.4 volt of energy. Together, when you multiply with 37.2 trillion, you almost get 52 trillion volt of energy. Where do we throw this energy? In Gilani, in hatred, in dislike of the regrets of the past, thinking of future when it's going to come. All our energy is drained in this. At the bottom of our, the quantum mechanics talks about the happiness in the form of this. At the lowest is shame, guilt, anger, hatred, all this. And then you come to a middle point where you are willing to learn, listen, then you accept, and then you realize. After you realize, then the love begins. After you have that boundless, unconditional love, then joy begins. After joy, at 540 is joy, at 600 is love. And if you can vibrate more than 700, you are going to be enlightened. So this is a journey that we need to take, all of us. Willingness to accept, to listen, and then acceptance, and then realize. Once you realize, you see, if somebody is angry on you, it's not necessary to give an anger back, like what Dr. Our laughter guru talked about, You put it from one ear and throw on another. Even that is not necessary. Don't participate with it. And if you want to, then realize what is making this person angry. And you'll realize that anyone who is jealous of you or angry on you, the person is suffering. What do you do in such a case? You hug the person. Send loving kindness to the person. If you can't even hug, you can visualize in your mind the person and talk to the person. It'll reach to him or her very well. There's no problem about it. Anyway, lack of time. Let me get into the living standard. I was in London in 2015 talking to the House of Parliament, British Parliament. One of the MPs got up and said, "Sir, if I can't create enough wealth for my children and my grandchildren, keep enough big house and money, what is my use here?" What's the purpose of my life? So I asked him, sir, would you give me in writing that the house you build, the money and the wealth that you create will be enjoyed by your children and grandchildren? I'll in return give you in writing, no, they will not. And he looked at me for a little while and sat down. I'll give you hundreds of such examples. One is, in Tripoli Court in Kolkata, where I used to go often, there was a lady on the western side, and she was alone. I had found out that her husband had died 2 years ago. Daughter married in UK, settled there. Son married in US, settled there. The lady was alone. In the morning, she would come into the veranda to sprinkle water on her plants. And then, when I went back to Bhutan and returned, I didn't see the lady. Then I thought within that either the son had come or the daughter had come, and they have taken. In the evening, when I returned from office, I found a lot of people in the courtyard, and I said, what's happened? Do you remember that elder lady? Yes. 2 weeks ago, she has died inside the house. And now the property owners were breaking the door to pull her out. You see, we try to create so much wealth and happiness for our children, not knowing that it's not going to be enough for them and it's not going to be useful for them. What can you give them more is good education. By education, I don't mean schooling, academic degree, no. Values, set values in children. Then only they will become valuable in life. You know what? I have friends, only one child, married, settled, working outside has a flat in Mumbai, Delhi, Kolkata, even a little house in Leh and Ladakh. What is that value? And both parents are running back and forth. When they are gone, he will not bother even this property. So do you still want to consider making property for your children and grandchildren? No, please don't do that. That would be a waste of everything. All right. I think I have exhausted my time. I don't want to bother you with more of my talks. I'll end here. Thank you so much for listening. Gratitude.
Thank you, sir, for
Unless you have
illuminating
some questions.
us.
Unless you have some questions, I'd be happy to answer. Any questions?
Sir, questions we are keeping for the last.
Oh, there's someone more?
Thank you so much, sir, for illuminating us with practical knowledge of mindfulness and providing an integrated perspective to look at holistic well-being. In today's world, the pursuit of happiness is more relevant than ever, and we are fortunate to have a true pioneer in this field, Dr. Tal Ben-Shahar. Dr. Ben-Shahar is the founder of the Happiness Studies Academy in the United States and a globally renowned expert on positive psychology as well as well-being, and popular for his courses at Harvard University. Through his research, teaching, and publications, Dr. Ben-Shahar has been instrumental in bringing happiness studies to the forefront of modern education and personal development. Can we have the welcome address which Dr. Shahar has sent for us?
It is to be part of this event. Thank you, Vikram Rastogi. Thank you to the Crack the Wellness Code Foundation for putting up this conference and for the important work that you do. I so look forward to continuing to work together. The field of happiness studies matters a great deal. Why? Because most people want to be happier. They want their children, their families, their organization to be happier. Moreover, when we increase levels of happiness, we become more creative and more productive, our relationships improve, our physical health strengthens. So there are many benefits to happiness for an individual, for a family, for an organization. And yet, talking about happiness today is more challenging. Why? Well, the world has just emerged, not fully emerged, partially emerged from a pandemic that exacted a very high price in human life and in the economy. Moreover, there are wars raging around the world. So to talk about happiness today may not really be the right thing, many people say. However, when you think about what happiness can do for us, you realize that today perhaps is the most important time to talk about happiness. Why? Because thinking about happiness, increasing levels of happiness, doesn't just contribute to our feeling better when we're doing okay. It also actually makes us more resilient, better able to deal with hardships. In fact, every single tool, every single technique that contributes, that increases our happiness levels, also helps us become more resilient, better able to deal with hardships and difficulties. So happiness matters for many reasons. One, because it's good in and of itself. Two, because it's also a means towards other ends. Whether these ends are personal or professional, whether we're talking about good times or difficult and challenging times. I'm so glad you joined us, and I wish you a happier, healthier life.
Thank you. We will be sending the link to the full video of Dr. Shahar to all of you through email. Due to paucity of time, we will be showing you only a handful videos received from around the world.
Hi, greetings from Mexico. My name is Sandy Mora. I'm a Master in Human Potential Development, certified in Happiness Studies, author, speaker, and trainer. For me, happiness is a continuous learning process on how to maintain well-being on the different areas of your life. This is to achieve balance, peace, and wholeness, even in the midst of adversity. It is about learning how to manage your emotions, becoming resilient, living in gratitude, being healthy, learning, loving, connecting, being of service, and enjoying the little things in everyday life. Thanks to the Global Happiness Forum for promoting happiness in the world. I wish you have a great event.
Hi, my name is Stephanie Martins, and I am from Peru. I am a biologist and I have a master's in international development. In 2018, after over 12 years of working in the corporate world in the field of sustainability, I decided to take a leap and seek my true happiness and my true purpose. That's when I discovered the science of happiness. Today, I am an adjunct professor in Tal Ben-Shahar's Master's in Happiness Studies, a role of which I'm extremely proud of and I feel incredibly privileged to be invited to. I also do sessions one-on-one with clients. I create programs that I share through my social media, and I work with companies creating happiness workshops. And I believe happiness is the way to create true unity and oneness in the world. Best wishes to the Global Happiness Forum.
Hi, my name is Dana Benarroch. I am from Colombia, South America. My journey studying and teaching happiness started in 2002. Over the past 15 years, I've served as a company consultant with my business Contacto Humano Organizacional. Today, I am also a university professor and the CEO of Happiness Certification for Organizations by HSA, Happiness Studies Academy. I am passionate about teaching leadership how to lead with happiness as the guiding principle, since I truly believe that happiness can transform not only leadership, but also employees' lives. Happiness is for me all life is about. Happiness is the fertile ground where everything can flourish. So I congratulate very much the Global Happiness Forum and its participants for this great endeavor. And I wish great success spreading happiness around the world. We all are called to enlighten not only our lives, but also others' lives.
Please note, we will be sending the link to the full video to all of you through email. May I now invite Dr. Madan Kataria, the renowned laughter yoga guru, to resume the session and energize us with his wisdom and bouts of laughter.
Hello and welcome to Bollywood Laughter Yoga Dance. Are you ready? One. Thoda pep. Move your feet like this. So I think you are very hungry and I want to increase your appetite to end this session. So friends, so this is a happiness forum. So to conclude, I want to tell you the practical approach to happiness, which is laughter yoga. Happiness is of two types. One is happiness from the external world, getting what you want in your life. What's happening in the outside world is not in our control. We can't do anything. But there is another type of happiness which is not outside, which is within us. This is called joy. Now, joy can be created within us by four elements. If you follow these four elements, sing, dance, play, and laugh, it will create happy chemicals within yourself. And once you feel good inside, everything looks fantastic. You can deal with external circumstances in a much better way if you follow these four elements. And this is what we do in laughter yoga. So we are going to end this conference with a Bollywood laughter yoga dance. Okay, so it has all the four elements: sing, dance, play, and laugh. So all you have to do is just follow me and we play the music. That will be the grand finale for this conference. Okay, may I have the music, welcome, please? To Bollywood Laughter Yoga Dance. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Thank you so much, sir, for such an energizing session. I invite Managing Director, my CWC India Chapter, Wing Commander VK Kala, to deliver the closing remarks.
Hi, good afternoon. How was it? Yay! Esteemed speakers, distinguished guests, dear friends, good afternoon. I'll not take much time, finish it fast because I know we all are hungry, got to go for lunch. So on behalf of My Crack the Wellness Code Foundation, IS deemed to be university, and the organizing committee of the conference, I would like to extend our heartfelt thanks to all the participants, you all, speakers, sponsors, and volunteers who made this event a resounding success. It was great. This program is online and offline physically today. It's great to see registrations from as far as Colombia, France, Ireland, Italy, Mexico, Peru, UAE, and US. We also saw some of the messages that come up from across the world. We are truly grateful for your presence, valuable insights, and contributions that have enriched our discussion in perhaps the first session in Jaipur and maybe in India on happiness, and especially in this pink city, Jaipur. I was discussing with some of my friends how the people of Jaipur embody happiness through their vibrant celebrations of festivals, delicious food, colorful attire, and cheerful interactions all year around. Do we all agree with that? Jaipurites? This city knows, for my esteemed guests from outside, this city knows how to enjoy every moment, whether it be a birthday, a wedding, an anniversary, or simply the weather. You know, rainy day, there's something called goat. Let's get out and have some fun. Is that right? So I'm sure the young attendees, who are here, have learnt a lot. We heard a lot from esteemed speakers. Now, rather than me closing what speakers said, I'd like to hear from the audience. What are the major takeaways that we have today to be happy? Yeah, laugh is an outcome of happiness. What do you need? What we heard? What are the first major thing common across almost all the speakers? Love. Right? Forgiveness. Right? What else? I have my notes, but I want to hear from you. What else? Unconditional love. Let go. Forgiving. Good. Be in the present moment. Absolutely right. What else? Problems का जूस निकाल के फेंक दो, right? No. Plus, happiness comes from within. Absolutely right. Absolutely. So, can anybody else make you unhappy if you're happy? If you don't want to be happy? Right? Can anybody make you unhappy if you don't want to be happy? No. Right? So largely it's all within us. One more thing that I would like to say was gratitude. Right? Let's be thankful for all that we have. Any more? Affirmations. Some more? One more thing we did today was meditation. Right? We did a couple of times today. And it really helped us calm down, cool down, calm your mind. And we also learned what is the most powerful thing that we have. It's out here, our mind. Right? A strong body cannot handle a weak mind, but a strong mind can handle a weak body. So ultimately, happiness resides all here. Do we all agree? We do? So I'll request you all to give a round of applause to all our esteemed speakers out here. Thank you all the speakers for the wonderful deliberations that we had today. And I'm sure we'll have more. This is just a beginning in the city of Jaipur. Also, I would like to mention, at My Crack the Wellness Code Foundation, we have already been working towards happiness in the lives of children, women, corporate citizens, and seniors by conducting various programs that directly impact their physical and mental wellness. Dr. Chetri sir, you talked about children, and as we discussed yesterday, we already have a program called Comprehensive School Health Program that is being run currently with about 9,000 children in the country. And if you multiply each child about 4 or 5, we are impacting about 40 to 50,000 people as we speak. And our wish is that this goes mainstream, and we intend to follow it with the political class that they can take decisions and take it forward to the masses. And this program, I would like to give credit, has been designed by Dr. Rahul Mehra, who is India's national representative at UNESCO Chair for Global Health and Education. He is the person who designed this program. This gentleman has been living in US for the last 50 years, still carries his passport, Indian passport, and he's a scientist who has more than 18 research papers to his name. He sat down, wrote these books focusing on social, physical, and mental wellness, which are steps towards happiness, as we say. So we hope that deliberations done today start a wider discussion on the subject, which is so important, especially in the current conflict-ridden world. Before I close, I would like to thank Shri Manak Chand Agarwal, General Secretary Shri Vardhaman Agarwal, Digambar Charitable Trust, Jaipur, and Shri Anil Kumar Bhargava, Jaipur, for their support. Shri O.P. Modi, Shri Gunnidhi, and Shri Anand Tripathi, Additional Director Tourism of Jaipur, for their contribution, the wonderful gift that we got from the Department of Tourism. Members of Happiness Studies Academy, USA, and World Happiness Forum Foundation, USA, for their wide publicity in GF. So thank you so much, Louis Gillardo, who is out here. 10 international happiness members, coaches, for providing their 1-minute videos for screening the event. Other two for the happiness songs with music to be played in the program. Indian, we heard some of the videos out here. For paucity of time, we could not share all. Apologies for that. I'm sure we'll share the links with everyone. Indian and foreign fraternity for providing their single-page synopsis for being included in the e-souvenir published on the occasion. They sent the text within the last 2 weeks' time. We are really running against time when we do it. Souvenir is there in front of you. Dr. Chetri sir, there has been a error in this from our part. We'll do the necessary correction in it. Our apologies for it. And then finally, our thanks to Dr. Raki, Dr. Himamgini, and members of IIS team who worked very hard to make the program a great success, and that too on a Sunday in a long weekend. So thanks to you all. I think you all deserve a round of applause for yourself. For Team CWC, Mr. Sharad Kamra, I will request them to get up if they are around here. Gargi Gopesh, Jiten Gautam, Umar, Azhar, Captain Ruma, and Suman, for their hard work and support for making the event a great success. And how can I forget the person who thought about it all, conceptualized it, pushed us hard. My whole team was pushed very hard to do it. Rastogi sir. Rastogi sir also happens to be my guru. I did my engineering from MNIT way back in '77, and he is one of my esteemed teachers who taught me in the college. So thank you so much, sir. Mr. Naren Bakshi, for his guidance from faraway US, we heard him. And Dr. Ashok Gupta, Chancellor, I asked him to be university for his blessings. Unfortunately, he could not be here due to ill health, but his blessings are always there with us. So thank you so much, sir. All speakers, especially Mr. Louis Gillardo, founder and president of the World Happiness Foundation USA, for your valuable presentation. Dr. Chetri, you came all the way, Swami Atmanandji. Thank you so much. Sister Usha is not here. And Kataria Saab, can we ever have a happiness event without Kataria Saab? So how do we thank him? At the end, to the audience and all those who would be watching this program on video link, I would also like to extend our gratitude to the staff at this venue, technical support team, and all those who worked tirelessly behind the scenes to ensure smooth running of this event. Last but not least, I would like to thank our sponsors for their generous support, without which this conference would not have been possible. Thank you once again for being part of this conference and for your dedication to advancing knowledge and collaboration in happiness field. We look forward to meeting you again at our future events. Thank you so much. Jai Hind. Have a great day.
Thank you, sir. Please
Thank
note-
you. So how do we say Jai Hind? Jai Hind. Jai Hind. Louder. Jai Hind. Great. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, sir. Please note that Mr. Gallardo and Mr. Rastogi will be available to sign their books, which you may buy from the counter to your left. Let us now stand for the happiness anthem.
Happiness studies, you see, learning how to live life in harmony. They call it whole being, it's a beautiful thing, a symphony of moments where joy is king. It's about the fire now, it's all you need. Spiritual, physical, let's plant that seed. Intellectual, relational, emotional too. A balanced way of living, it's a dream come true. Happiness is whole being, feeling so free. Live life fully, just you and me. Hope a wealthy and happy soul. Together we're achieving, making life whole. In the realm of the spirit, find your peace with a heart full of love.
Are required to board the buses right away.